and a pleasant Friday evening to you. How are you this Friday evening? I thought I had the volume down on the phone. How y'all going? How y'all going this Friday? So this is Empress Aje with you another Friday again. And before I go any further, I want to call out Marissa Touch of Elegance here on Beauty Parlor down in Labre. Yes, she is responsible for my new look. Yes, you know you had to change up the thing. Girl, hello. I'm loving this look. Marissa, you're good. You're good, girl. Thank you very much. And I want to call out Nissa, Janicia St. Hilaire. She really gave me the inspiration. You know? All in all, I want to say thanks to these two women to Janicia for giving me the little inspiration to go different, and for Marissa for bringing it to life. Thank you, and a special good evening to all the lovely folks down in Labre, because Marissa from down in Labre. Yeah? So you can find her on Facebook. Marissa Touch of Elegance. Right? You can look her up, and she has a page on Facebook. So yes, I am with you another Friday evening to bring you another exciting and informative episode of The Feminine Drive. I am Empress Aje. You can find me on Instagram as Empress Aje, on Facebook as Empress Aje, and you can go up on my YouTube channel, look up Empress Aje, and you can look at all the past episodes of The Feminine Drive. We have a lot of episodes there, and you can even listen to some of my music. Yeah, and new music coming. Stay tuned for that. Right? So this evening we're going to discuss the wearing of waist beads. I'm sure everybody by now know about wearing waist beads. Men and women alike. It looks nice, real sexy, right? I and all. I love it. But, you know, history told us that waist beads originated amongst the Yoruba people, right, which was predominantly in Nigeria, but that spread to places like Ghana, etc., and other West African countries. So they wear the waist beads as part of their culture. Now, hardly likely that jewelry originated in Africa would have only been for ornamental reasons. I'm not saying it wasn't ornamental as well, but hardly likely it was only for that, because rituals and culture ceremonies and religion plays an integral part in their culture. They don't do things by happenstance, I like to say. Alright? So it spread, and all over the world now everybody wearing waist beads. But I saw some information that I said, but wait, this thing could have, you know, a little problem if you don't know the color you're wearing, etc., etc. They say when you want good water, go to the top of the fountain. So I decided to bring back representatives from KETUS IFA Academy to give us the authentic information as best as they could for us to understand all about waist beads, or as much information as we can get, and to know what it is we having on our person. Because remember, Baba said last week, energy, frequency, vibration. Those three things run the universe. Switch it, turn it, spin it, how you want. Those are the facts. So you know we're going to go for our break. We're going to say thank you to the sponsors, and when we come back, we will have on set with us representatives from KETUS IFA. So stay with us, share the live, make the phone call, we'll be right back.
Ijo Olorisha charitable organization, unification of people worldwide. We exist to serve humanity. We help those in need. We help with clothes, food, shelter, and so much more. Today, We urge you to help the helpers by contributing to JMMB bank account 007 7000 17168. Thank you for helping us to continue helping those in need of help. Call us at 464 4264. Ashe.
And we're back inside the Feminine Drive. I am your host, Empress Aje, and we are here again for another exciting episode. We're discussing waist beads. And the proper name is Eleke Idi. Yeah? But I will introduce you to someone, or rather two people, who can give you more about the proper name and its originality, etc. Let's welcome Araba, Olatunji Somorin, and Olukokemi Somorin. Welcome.
Thank you.
You all look radiant as ever.
Thank you very much. And you look beautiful.
Thank you very much. Well, Baba, we know Gael's screen is no stranger to you now. This is your second appearance, you know. And we thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to be with us again this evening. And joining us is your beautiful wife, Olukokemi Somorin. Because, you know, wisdom dictates when we are discussing matters as it relates to females. It is good to have the feminine aspect. So I know it's a topic you, of course, more than able to speak on, but I'm happy to have the balance, the both energies present, so we can get the different perspective. And I want to say thank you to the both of you and to KETUS IFA Academy for lending of your knowledge. So, Iya, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role within KETUS IFA.
Okay. My name is Olukokemi Somorin. I'm a cultural consultant. I'm a cultural preservationist. My training, which has afforded me from my knowledge from archaeology and anthropology and cultural studies. The development of this skill set has made me to contribute and guide KETUS IFA Academy. So both my education at the university and home degree, IFA and trading, has guided me in the way I direct and establish KETUS IFA Academy as a co-founder. KETUS IFA Institute is a non-profit company. Baba?
So, Olukokemi has told you about herself. So you have said it very well. She's a co-founder at KETUS IFA Institute, an institute that has saddled itself with responsibility of teaching indigenous knowledge, universally relatable indigenous knowledge, which we call IFA for well.
Right. And I like how it was well capsuled. It's a nice balance. Having the academic qualification and the spiritual teachings, I mean, it's holistic. I want to use that word. So that, as you said, it guides you in giving a well-rounded information to persons, well-balanced. And that is a gem, because it's always good to have that balance, because we are in the land of the living. We are in the physical realm, and we know education is very powerful. In order for us to realize our true potential, things must be balanced. It cannot be one-sided. Here you have lived basically, well, for most of your years in Nigeria. and now you reside in Trinidad and Tobago. From a female perspective, what are some of the disadvantages and advantages comparing as a female growing up in Nigeria and living most of your life there, and now living in the diaspora in the Caribbean, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago?
Oh, thank you very much. I won't look at the comparison. I will look at the difference. I look at the uniqueness of each society, what it has contributed to my understanding of life. Nigeria has its own unique history, and which has influenced its culture and way of life. Trinidad has its own history and has informed its culture and values. So, born in Nigeria and have been immersed in the culture, being socialized. So, moving to Trinidad, I also find myself, I immerse myself in the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. The uniqueness of the people, the culture, the food, entertainment, all has contributed to my evolution and understanding of myself and people around me. And I'm always looking forward to learning more about Trinidad and Tobago. And I bet you next carnival, you're going to see me in one of the bands. So look out for that.
Of course, yeah. Have you ever played mass though? You ever played at all?
I've not played mass at all, but discussing with my friends, my secondary school friends and primary school friends, we decided that next year carnival we're going to be in one of the bands. So look out for us.
Well, yes, and let's keep our fingers crossed in terms of COVID numbers and the eradication of COVID, or if not totally eradicate, at least to bring it to a manageable situation where we can again go back on the streets of Port of Spain. Let's keep our fingers crossed. To effectively discuss the topic of wearing waist beads, which is basically ascribed to females. I'm not saying only females wear waist beads, but predominantly. One cannot discuss waist beads and not talk about the feminine energy. And we hear the term the feminine energy being, a lot of people would use it. Can you give me a little more insight as to what exactly is the feminine energy? Is it a energy or a group of energies? Can you give us a little more insight?
Okay, when you're talking about female energy, then you have to talk about the masculine energy, because both of them brings about balance.
Yes.
And when you talk about feminine energy, you're talking about a state of being which allows you to express your creativity, to express your divine intuition, to express your emotions, to express your ability to nurture, to express that ability to bring about growth and development in all aspects of life. And one very important is that this feminine energy is not about gender. Both male and female both have this energy within us. And one thing that we need to look for is about the balance in every situation. The amount of energy and the feminine energy that you need at every point in time is what that we need at every point in time.
So basically, here what you're saying is that the feminine energy is an integral part of our genetic makeup, whether male or female. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, my dear.
I wouldn't go in that direction. You said something that want to trigger a question in my mind when you said it's present in both sexes. But the females are looked upon as symbols of sexuality, sensuality. That's no secret, right? That is the way females are looked upon. I'm not saying it is the only thing, because we know only too well the fantastic job women do today in Trinidad and Tobago and the world at large. But the fact remains, women are looked upon as a sexual symbol, sensuality. But that is on the surface. That is physically. I want us to go beneath the surface and really tap into what constitutes the sexuality of a female and the sensual aspects of a female?
Okay, when sexuality, sensuals are all the attributes that embedded in both in women. But I now remember, anytime I think about this, I always remember my grandmother's aphorism, which tells me that and anywhere you're going, make sure you exhibit both your beauty as well as your Iwa. Iwa is your ability to whatever you contribute in anything that you find yourself in. So as you're displaying your sexuality and sexualness, make sure you display that attribute that will make people to miss you. So that wherever you live, wherever you go, you leave a fragrance, you leave a taste in people's mind and in people's mouth. Baba, do you have anything to contribute to this?
Well, thank you. She asked me to. What she's saying in a short word is that sensuality and sexuality, and talking about women being viewed with a particular eyepiece. She gave an example of her grandmother, which specifically talks about the real deep part of the sensuality and sexuality of ladies is actually their inner beauty. Because most of our ladies only look at themselves from the outward appearance. Yes, that is what people will first see, but that's need to also make sure we develop the inner aspect of that. And I guess that is what Olukokemi is saying by what type of fragrance are you leaving behind? What type of taste are you leaving behind? What are you contributing beyond what is in between your legs? And this is the real essence of feminine essence.
Yes, I love
sensuality
it.
Essence.
I love it. What Go ahead, Iya. Go ahead.
I'm about to say that because coming from a female, you may think, okay, I'm trying to big up the women. But when a man says it, it's had a crown to our head.
I like how you said that, trying to big up the woman. The Trinidad twang getting you all, I like how you said that, exactly. like a real Trini, big up the woman, But I like what you said there, and it's even in the diaspora. I remember my mother always saying, a good name is better than riches, meaning as a woman, yes, you have your beauty, your sensuality, your sexuality, but your character, Iwa, is so much important. I read something that says, beauty will get you in the palace, but character will decide how long you stay in the palace as a woman, right? So I just wanted to do that little preamble before we got into the waist beads, because waist beads, basically, most people wear them as a form of sensuality, sexuality. They are used for even monitoring one's weight. If you have them around your waist, and obviously if you're putting on weight, it gets tight and it gets slack when the reverse is happening. It's also used for protection. Now, these are things, of course, we would have read on the net. But as I said prior, we are very fortunate to have you who originate from where the Elekes originated. What really is the function of waist beads for women? The true function of Eleke Idi, or waist beads as we know them. What's the true function?
Eleke Idi is a type of Igbadi, and Igbadi is what you tie around your waist, and it has many functions, from expressing yourself, from assisting in the waist management. It's also for protection, as well as for aesthetic, and also for spiritual purpose. Oh, so the waist beads, I'm picking out the one that ring the little bell in my head. Protection. So apart from being sexy and sensual and you have on your waist beads and nice, it's for protection as well. Is that what you are saying here? Exactly. But
She actually
Go ahead, Baba.
She actually used 3 words. It's for aesthetic, for beautification, waste management, protection, among other functions.
Right. Now, I am just saying, I'm just thinking, if I decide to string some beads and just tie it around my waist, would that protect me? Or could you get a little more deeper? Because I could decide to put some beads on a string and tie it around my waist. What effect will that have?
Okay, you can take that?
Yeah, you can take that, Baba.
All right. Using beads, one has to be very careful to use beads. Now, you mentioned the words frequency, energy, and vibration.
Yes.
If you take a set of beads, or even a string or your belt, if you dip it in a volume of, let's say, snail water, it carries a different energy. If you carry the same waist bead and you dip it in some urine of a particular animal or the fat from a particular type of snake, it carries a different energy. While one may protect you, the other may give you a different strength. So you need to know what exactly the beads will do to you. There are beads that are made from natural objects. There are beads that are manufactured in the factory, and they will carry different energy and frequency. And this will either augur well for your own energy or not.
You know, Baba, as you were talking, it made me to remember, I went to all-female school. And during our inter-house sport, we have some guys that will come in, rough handle the ladies. So putting on the beads assists in protecting. And another thing that also last year, when one of my friends that would normally use the beads called me, she told me that, Kemi, I've not conceived all these years. And it now flashed back to me that I hope it's not the beads that we use that makes her to not conceive. So I told her that when COVID is over and everything, that she should pay me a visit or I'll pay her a visit to actually find out if it is the beads that is preventing her from conceiving. Because beads also works as contraceptive.
No.
So what we are, go ahead.
No, Baba, you go ahead. I don't want to stop your train of thought.
Okay, so what we are saying in a nutshell is that the color of the beads, the material of the beads, how the beads are prepared, even the type and the nature of the string that is used to make the bead has their own energy. And take up your own or bring it down. We have cases where beads are prepared as contraceptive. Beads can also be used for people who want to conceive. While some set of beads can work for as a contraceptive, the same type of beads can actually make his or her twin sister to get pregnant. So it all depends on the energy of the material and how the beads are prepared.
Now, to the viewers, I know the information may seem, far-fetched, and you may say, but this is just beads. Try to grasp what was said before, that the beads are made, some of the beads, some of the elekes are made from natural material. Example, bone, etc. Baba also said, if it is used for protection, etc., it is dipped, soaked in the urine of a particular animal or even the fat. Now, most of you may just wear beads. But we are dealing with the fact that it carries a color, it carries vibration, it carries energy. And this is working with the feminine energy. Remember, we as individuals, we have our own energies. So, we don't operate singular of the universe. We operate in tandem with the universe. So the viewers, I hope you're understanding, because don't think it's just a waist bead. Where's the big fuss? Where's all this thing? And Baba or yeah, rather we going back to the fact that you spoke about it can be used as a contraceptive. Are you saying not even being prepared, just innocently wearing it, it can act negatively with the person's energy?
Exactly, because as Baba said, and which you reiterate, everything around us carries energy, and we all have energy frequencies, and our frequencies may work with certain things, may not work with certain things. So sometimes some energy may repel or may not work with certain things, just like beads, and may prevent them from achieving things in life, or may cause them to be able to cause them certain negativities.
And we spoke about last week, remember we spoke about generational curses and how easy it is to carry on a curse. Sometimes unknowingly, we have the spiritual aspect and we have the behavioral patterns, behaviors that learned, and you see a mother do it, you see a grandmother carrying it down, but remember it have the spiritual essence of generational curses. So we getting back into the essence of the beads and the fact that it can have negative impacts on different female. What might work for Empress Aje may not work for Jane, because we carry different energies, and it's all about whether it's compatible or incompatible. Basically, that is what it is about. I don't like to use the word, well, I use a negative on the show, but really it's what is compatible or not compatible. Here, the colors. Beads have different colors. Persons would wear what they like, blue, yellow, whatever. They would wear the colors as it suits their likeness. But what is the truth as it pertains to the colors of the Elekes? Is it tribes that the colors represent? Is it okay just wear any color, or they represent energies?
Okay, let me say this. Energies are well loaded in everything, and color is no exception. So while we talk about the white color beads that we call sheshefun for a particular energy that symbolize an embodied purity and immaculateness, another color carries a different essence. Even just looking at this show, the background of the place where you are, if it is dark, it brings a completely different energy. Yes. We may not see you very well. So we need to know that colors are not exempted when we talk about vibration and frequency. When a color may uplift somebody's energy, it may bring down the other person's energy. So the color of the beads are important. They are symbolic in so many ways. We might just look at them as, oh, this is very colorful. I love it. It looks nice. But is that colorful color compatible with your own energy? Is it enhancing your own energy, or is it bringing it down? So while some colors are also used to describe certain energy, we also need to know that when that description brings about different manifestations at different people.
Well, I want to swing it a bit in that let's talk about enhancing. So as a female, one wants to wear the waist beads to entice their husband, their fiancé, to be more feminine, to appeal more to their companion. And it can have that effect, doesn't it?
Correct.
It can have that effect, yes.
Right. You want to tell us a little more about that and its effect? How maybe one can use it as a female to cause that sort of effect?
Okay. Let me add this to the history of Eleke. Now, there is a natural creation that is an insect. It's called ansheke. Ansheke is known as the Oloja of insects. The word Oloja translates to mean the queen of insects. So certain bees that carry the same color like Ansheke insect makes one to vibrate the energy of the queen, which Ansheke is. So that is one. Then there are also some other type of bees. Even if in modern day science, you look at people who use beads of dark color or a particular mineral, and that mineral has the tendency to make you to manifest character Y or character B. So the same thing, why there are colors that you will use, there are also colors in beads, and depending on the material, the mineral that is used, there may endear people towards you. And unknowingly, there may also be some that will repel some people away from you.
Okay. No, it's I mean, I chuckle because of the information is amazing, right? Imagine wearing something that can repel people or bring them in. But as I said, women, let's face it, we as women always trying to see what we can do better to enhance our companion, our relationship with our companions. I'm sure females would like to know, I wonder what color I could wear, boy, to keep him. I wonder what color I could wear so he will be more attracted to me. You think I can ask that advice of you? What color do you recommend? Just simply, innocently, what color you think females should wear that would assist them with that heightened sensuality and sexuality?
Okay, Empress Aje and listeners, let me say this, why I feel so much to share some color with you. But I am not going to do it in that way because we are different, individual, and unique in our energy. Even myself, there are periods, maybe yearly or quarterly, when I do my own spiritual inquiry, I might be guided to use black. And there are periods, same me, that my spiritual inquiry would discourage me and tell me not to use black. So there is no color that is bad or that is better than the other. It all depends on the revelation of your own inquiry, which is a function of your energy. As good as white is, which I might be tempted to say, okay, use white. However, white is not good for some people. White will not augur well for. So the best thing I would say, you can invest in studying, learning, or getting a spiritual inquiry, or doing one of the rite of passages, or knowing how to use one of the indigenous, naturally available tools to ask basic questions, to know whether color A or B, or material C or D will be compatible with your energy for this event or at this time.
Yeah, let me ask you, let me take this question and discussion directly on your lap. Growing up, I would hear the elders say, and my spiritual mother, God rest her soul, she used to say, all you have to learn to keep all your man. Woman, don't get to know bacchanal with other women. Learn to keep your man. You embrace your partner, learn about your partner, and what you possess. Each woman, possess the ability to be seductive, etc. Is it correct to say waist beads or not? Because you might wear 1,000 waist beads and the man might still leave you. It mightn't help him come closer to you. And you may not wear any waist beads, but you tap into that feminine energy you have, and that could encourage him to be around you. Is it correct to say that? It is better to tap in?
Yeah, you're correct, Mike. It is better to tap in your essence, knowing who you are and who you need to form a kind of partnership with. Because every one of us, we have our role in this universe. And you have people that you need to work with and associate. Understanding your matter, understanding yourself will allow you to know who to partner with and also the duration of partnership.
Which is, as you said, it's better that way than relying on any physical attributes. Correct?
Very correct. If I can, I know you put it on her laps.
No, Baba. You can go right ahead. You can go ahead.
I just want to go back and use one of the phrases she used earlier. She spoke about, and which you also re-emphasized, she spoke about the outer beauty, which is what most people are looking at enhancing. That is fine, because that is what the man would foresee, or the woman will also foresee in us. However, she emphasized the need to build up that inner essence, that character, that attitude, that behavior that make your man whole, that make your man better, that make your man to move on to a new and better energy level. Because the outer beauty that you are enhancing, whether with beads or makeup or whatever, is going to fade away after some time. But that inner beauty never does.
So, Baba, let me add something. I know other culture also have this way of life or way of thinking. Building yourself spiritually in whenever you are in any relationship is very, very good, because among the Yoruba people, men especially, they will look at what happened to them, or the different energy matrix that the lady brings in whenever they associate with a lady. There are some times when you associate with certain people, your business flourish, you achieve success,
yes,
you achieve growth, things improve for you. So all of this is what partners, people look out for. And this is what leads to also develop within themselves, what they will contribute, how their energy will be compatible with the other partner that will bring about growth and development to both of them.
Well put together. Iya and Baba, we're going to go for our next quick commercial break, right? We'll be back, viewers, in a short.
Ijo Olorisha charitable organization, unification of people worldwide. We exist to serve humanity. We help those in need. We help with clothes, food, shelter, and so much more. Today, we urge you to help the helpers by contributing to JMMB bank account 007 7000 17168. Thank you for helping us to continue helping those in need of help. Call us at 464-4264. Ashe.
My apologies. Welcome back to the Feminine Drive. And I saw a question while we went on the break. I was able to go through my phone very quickly and I saw a question. And before I forget, let me ask Iya or Baba, you all can take this question. So one of the viewers would like to know, is there a difference in terms of how many strands? Because you might have somebody with one waist bead, you would see somebody with numerous. Is there a difference in terms of the energy that one carry in opposed to your wear? Right, so we see in the pictures there where we have persons wearing more than one. Is there a difference in terms of the energy, or does it matter?
Yes, the number of strands matters. It creates a different vibration. It's just like repeating some words 10 times, or saying it once, or saying it 100 times. Make it different, because it creates a different vibration, and it changed the energy around to a different level. So the more the beat, the more the vibration.
Because, I was discussing with my mom yesterday, and, she was talking about how she and her friends, they have a lot of beads around their waist, and that allows their waist to jiggle in a way that it will create that kind of attractive. So the more the beads, the better. But it also depends what it is for. If it's one or two, it may be for protection. But if it's for aesthetics, it may it may be more than one or two.
Okay. So viewer, the viewer that asked the question about the amount, I hope you're still there to get the answer. Yes, the answer is yes. There is a difference in opposed to one string of bead to 10 strings or 10 waist beads or elekes. So the more beads, the more strings, the more vibration. Because again, don't lose the fact of energy, vibration, frequency governs everything. So you saw in the pictures, there's some people wearing a little bit and some wearing a lot. So it's about vibration. Let's go at, we spoke about the real essence of the feminine energy, which is tapping into ourselves as women. You also mentioned the feminine energy doesn't just reside with females, it's with males as well. But for the purpose of this show, we're dealing specifically with women. And advising that the best, I'm putting it in my words, the best eleke anyone can wear is within themselves. The best charm any woman can have is within themselves. Tapping into who you are and improving on that. That beats back any makeup, any elekes, etc. In going forward, how would you, or what would you advise women who are, they're listening to this information, it may be a lot. Some of them still searching for themselves, still would like to enhance themselves to be better companions or wife, etc. How would you advise them as a spiritual elder, as a spiritual mother? How would you advise them in terms of, how would they approach that journey or task?
As a woman, and what my grandmother always advised me is that first, which I've already mentioned, understanding yourself. When you understand yourself from a spiritual point of view, you know what and how what you need to look out for in a man and how to bring up yourself to be able to be compatible with a man, and also or with anybody. And also, you have to develop your tact, which is what female energy is about. Remember, I said the female energy allow you to express your creativity, your diplomacy, soft approach to issues. There are sometimes you don't need to use hard approach to issues. You need to use soft approach to issues. It's not everything that you get annoyed about. It's not anything that you need to show that you see or that you know about. Sometimes you just have to keep quiet and allow things to go. So that's what comes. That is where tact comes into it, and diplomacy. So, understanding how to maneuver situation is very important. Or what do you think, Baba?
Okay, my advice will be, one, that women need to realize they are the source of all. Yes. Women need to realize that they are the source, they are the focal point. They need to forget all the IPs, all the wars, stereotype wars and comments about them. And I put it as simple as this. One of the things we teach at KETUS is that our women are divine and they are the center of every creative essence. The man donated the sperm, the woman donated the egg. This is happening not only with human, but with all other creations. But when the egg and the sperm are donated, where do they stay? How do they become an embryo? They later become an offspring, a newborn. In the womb. Do men have womb? No. When it is nurtured and sustained in the womb, how does it come out and become part of this realm of existence? Through the vaginal tract. Do we have vagina? No, only the ladies have it. After being delivered, if people will argue that some of us do not come throughout the vaginal tract, that they come out through cesarean operation. Okay, after cesarean operation, how does the baby grow? Through a breast that secretes milk. Who has that? Women. So not until our women realize who they are divinely and take charge and realize that all these wars and these stereotype comments are just to pull them down. That is the only thing they can do to take their true position and let men realize it is not a man's world, but a woman's world.
Thank you very much, Baba. I allow Baba to say all this because coming out from him, carries more weight.
Yes.
Women control the economy. Women controls the market. In every home, you may see women acting as if submissive. It's not of that alone, but the tact and the diplomacy in running the house. Women, we find ourselves in the kitchen washing clothes. But that is the most important part in the household. I remember that in Nigeria, when they want to select who will cook for the president, it is within the purview of chief of staff. So that shows the importance of cooking, of clothing, which some of our women are in control of. So understanding our divine role, understanding who we are, should make us stronger and courageous at every point in time, and not to be seen as subjugated beings.
Wow, viewers. I just took a peep at my phone, and when Baba said it's not a man's world, it's a woman's world, I saw some hands in the air emoji that, with hands in the air. And men on the live, it is not to emasculate you. We in the diaspora, we have a different way of viewing things, but that's a whole different topic. So it is not to emasculate you men, but women, you are divine. And as Baba said, the transformation in our lives, that is when it will start to take place, when we embody that divinity and realize, but wait now, I carrying all this, boy. This is who I am, regardless of what anyone may tell you. Woman, you are divine. And when we start to embrace that, we decide now to open ourselves to the universe, to be blessed and to be better individuals, because we are going to open ourselves to receive the blessings of the feminine energies. So I love that. We are divine. That is not to say you would not respect the male, I want to make that clear. But women, we are really, really special. And Baba went into detail and talk about who carries the baby, who breastfeed, etc. So you all got modern waist beads teaching this evening. And we did not say, notice nowhere along the show we said do not wear your waist beads. What we are saying is it should be done with knowledge and the effects it could have. Effects that may not give the best results. So it is not about not wearing your waist beads, but we want you, when you do something, it have the best results. It have the best impact. So Baba and Iya, we know what they say when you're having fun. All good things, they say, have to come to an end. And especially since we still have curfew. So I want to take this opportunity on behalf of Gael to thank you so much for sharing so much information. I mean, as I said, we got what we call a lanyap. In Trinidad, we will say you get a lanyap, meaning you get a little bonus, you get extra, more than you cater for. You know, it's a colloquial term, lanyap. So we got a lot of information there, and we look forward to hearing from KETUS IFA. You are more than welcome on the Feminine Drive. The Feminine Drive has longevity, so much subjects to discuss, you know, and I would be more than happy to bring you back again whenever you have the time. So I want to thank you again on behalf of Gael for joining us this evening and sharing the valuable information. And I wish you and KETUS IFA and your family all the best, all Ire and Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's our pleasure. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Gael.
And to you viewers, I hope you made notes. Well, you know the video that's remain on my page and on Gael's page where you could go back and view it. A lot of information we got this evening about waist beads and even, you know, information for us as females. I sure some of you pick up some little tips inside here. You know, the best waist beads or any enhancement is within. I love that. I love that. All that we seek on the outside, it's in the inside, you know. It's just ways and means how to tap into it. And as Ia gives some valuable tips, it's not everything you get vexed about. It have sometimes you see things and you have to play and see, you know, little strategy. Every woman supposed to know, have their know-how, how to make the thing work for them. I'm talking in our colloquial language. Every woman supposed to have the little secret how to do and undo. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, that's who we are. We are divine beings. We are sensual. We are sexual. Yeah? You know, people that say, hey, a woman's supposed to know how to get anything she wants. Eh? Woman don't fall down. Some of us just throw down themselves. So I really enjoyed this evening episode, as all the other Fridays. I learned so much. As the host, trust me, the learnings are many. So, here is where I say bye-bye until next Friday, until next week Friday. Listen, we're getting closer to Emancipation Day. Don't forget it. Emancipation celebration, we must commemorate. Yeah, COVID or no COVID, August 1st, we must pay homage to those who cleared the pathway for us. And we are having, I can say from now, we are having Brother David Muhammad on next week Friday. Yes, we are going to be looking at the African woman post-emancipation. Yeah, what we really saying? Where are we in today's society? So stay tuned for that. And take care. And thanks for joining me. Bye.
These animal and them, yes. I don't know what they does really be doing in here whole day, you know. Orgies and ages. And like nobody, they see a big sign. Please wash all dishes after use. No. Because they know stupidity fellow coming so they could do what they want. And does not understand them, you know. They doesn't have no kind of understanding for nobody else, you understand? They just care about themselves. I go do for all of them, wait and see. You understand? They playing they can't wash wells. Big sign. But me ain't worried now. I ain't studying that at all. Mr. Errol and all, look he up here, Errol. Who is this?
Hey fellow, you're talking to yourself again, girl.
I mean everybody, it have a big sign. Please wash all dishes after use, right?
Yes.
Right. Because as a cleaner, not a wares washer. I mean washing wares.
Alrighty.
It's part of cleaning.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
go
They're
man.
not listening at all.
No, and I just had a vacuum and all kind of thing.
And you know how many times they're telling them about it and yet still.
And look,
They're
Mr.
just
Errol, now
watching
if
it.
Mr. Errol
No, well,
could put his cup here and he's a boss,
Well, you can't
Well,
be
in-
sure. Somebody
So somebody will use me as
they
an error
use it,
cup?
yeah. Hey, fellow, check your makeup.
I find it look.
Lovely.
Girl, I take a chance, but I
Hey, you
say,
did well.
you find it looking plain?
No, it looks very lovely.
I did 3 colors Sacha gave me.
You see, I know that, and I said we're gonna try out some of these today, but you did it. It's looking lovely and bright, fellow.
I feel like I ain't seeing nothing on my eyes.
No, because you're accustomed to having it too heavy, but that looking just lovely, and the color kind of matching up with the clothes.
But Miss Kailash,
girl.
I accustomed when I walking on the road to come here,
Uh-huh.
right? Real man does be suiting me and calling me, psst, fellow, ting. This evening nobody ain't call me, nobody ain't suit me, nothing.
You must be looking a little too sophisticated for them to be
Nah man, I
harassing you.
like how I look. I find I looking plain, like I ain't put
well,
on no
okay,
makeup.
well, let me tell you, you have on lovely colors, right? What you could have done, you see how you have that nice kind of purpley color there? You have to extend it a bit upward here and then come down. Because why you're not seeing it is because you only put it on the lid, the exact lid. And when you open your eyes, all of it is going in, right? Whereas, yeah, because I had to do that with mine. You see, my green, I had done it only on the eyelid.
Yeah, but Miss Kailash, me ain't bringing mine out like yours did because
but you
then I
just
go
can
look like Spock. I mean, you look good with it, but I does not want to look so.
No, you think you look like Spock. If you fix it up, it look beautiful. This could just come up here a little more and then go down there and join. And then you'll see it.
All that drama?
Yeah, well, you're doing good so far. Bit by
I
bit.
know.
You see, you're just not accustomed to it. You're just not accustomed. And you gotta lighten up when you're wearing that color on the top. Wear a lighter pink here. A lighter pink, a more delicate
Like you
pink
work
here.
Sacha?
No, but just you have to know about makeup and things if you're
Miss,
gonna be on
hey,
television
Miss
and
Kailash, I
stuff.
see you break out your bag.
Breaker. Yes, but I know you have as well, and I don't know who else.
Girl,
So I put a
real
little tag on
pressure.
mine to
Here this
identify
now.
it. What happened?
I gone to look for my bag this morning. I can't find my bag.
What happened?
Guess who carry my bag to school? Take a guess, sir. Take a guess.
School?
Take a guess. I give you 3 guess.
You know, I don't ever remember it. Michaela? Is Michaela?
No, Michaela ain't gonna do that.
How old is Michaela?
Who? Michaela